What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. I am Harrison and you are here for Tutorial Tuesday. I loved Adventure Time. I thought it was one of the most funny shows that bordered that child yet adult humor, and it just hit perfect and it was fun. It was such a great adventure to watch. But my favorite character in the entire series has to be, hands down, BMO.
BMO! BMO!
BMO Chop! If this were a real attack, you'd be dead.
BMO was just the sweetest little side companion and always was there with the perfect comedic timing, and I just loved BMO. BMO was the best. So grab your pencils, pens, sketchbook, paper, and anything you need to draw BMO, and let's dive on into this one. So in the center of your page, we are going to draw a rectangle. We're actually going to draw two rectangles because we will be drawing BMO in 3D. Make sure you give yourself enough room. This should be your square, and then we want to draw another box. Well, actually, I am drawing the wrong perspective.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yes, friends, there is a wrong perspective. So here's your box. It should be off to the left-hand side, just off of center. And we ever so slightly want to add a taper down for BMO. There is BMO's body. BMO is comprised out of a few simple shapes, pretty much just squares, circles, and I think there's a triangle inside there as well. So in our box that we've made, we are going to add BMO's face. BMO's face is a little bit less than half of this box, so if we find halfway, which is about here, we want to go up just a touch and kind of set our guide. We're going to add a square, and it should have enough room on the edges. BMO is a rounded character. There are no harsh edges except for the buttons on like the chest plate kind of deal. So once we get to the polishing phase, we will round all of these corners. So you don't need to worry about that right now at all. Let's go ahead and dash in BMO's legs. So we're gonna go ahead and draw a line, and give it like a little bit of curve. These are movable feet, and then just a little wisp there, and then the other arm will go there, and then this other arm is waving. So we just need to indicate what we're doing. These little wispy lines will help us get those shapes that we need. So moving right along, in the center of this box, we can go ahead and draw a circle, and then a bean shape for BMO's mouth. Just like that. And actually, BMO's eyes are a little bit smaller than I made them, and they're a little bit more spaced out. Now, moving right along, this part is going to be the trickiest bit, which is not to say that it's that tricky at all, but halfway through this, so about the same distance, we're going to turn our paper, and now we're going to write B, M, and O. So even where I placed the arm initially is too high up, and I want to make these letters a little smaller. So BMO, there we go, and BMO's arm will come out of this. Actually, it's still way too low.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So let's go a little bit higher than halfway. We'll go probably, let's say, just below the mouth. B. M. And O. That way our arm is pretty much right where we want it to be. And then just above the letters, you're gonna add the ears, or like the sound port. So you're gonna get 2 dots there, one there, one there, one at the top, 2 at the top, and then 1 in the middle. If it helps you, you can totally draw like a 6-sided, like a sectagon, or I don't even know what you would call this. If that helps you, yeah, you're drawing a 6-sided shape, but that is not necessary. If that helps you figure out your points, feel free to do that. But if you want to just kind of eyeball it and figure it out yourself, you can totally do that. They don't need to be super big. They're just little sound vents. So while we're at it, we can go ahead and polish up the arm. So using the circle, we're gonna follow that, and then just little nubs at the end. Nothing crazy. And then this arm, so straight down, 1, 2 little nubs, and the feet. And it's honestly just as simple as that. For the buttons, right below this line that we split, I'm gonna add a rectangle. Beside that, you'll add a circle. And then towards the bottom, you'll add, actually, what I'll do is you'll add another rectangle, but these are going to be split because these are going to be 2 different buttons, but they're on the same plane. So I'll draw a little rectangle there and split them. And then we're going to want to draw a plus button right in between those 2. So what I'm going to do is pretty much just draw a T shape, and then we want to give it some 3D. And then let's see, off to this side we have a larger circle. Give that some 3D. And then a smaller circle. Give that a little 3D. And then a triangle. And then you guessed it, that will have some 3D as well. And this is everything for BMO. We are almost done. What I'm going to do now is take my kneaded eraser and lightly go over everything we've already drawn, just to erase all of our sketchy pencil lines. I'm going to take my 6B pencil, which is a very soft dark lead pencil, and start going over everything that I want to keep. So starting on this side, we're going to round out that corner. Go all the way down, round out that bottom corner. Follow it along, round out the corner. Go up, round out that corner, and we can connect these lines. And then you can actually connect that one as well. And that should be a rounded corner. Go to the bottom. Oops. And round under. Now for the face, you're going to round those corners as well. And then the rest of these shapes are actually just straight. You don't have to round any of these. And that's BMO. That's everything we need to finish this awesome drawing. So what I'm going to do now is take my trusty 0.8 micron, and we are going to ink everything that I just did. And then starting left to right, top to bottom, I'm going to go ahead and ink the exact same drawing. And just like that, we are finished with the inking. I will say there are two parts where I messed up and I'm kind of bummed by it. I don't know what happened, but the pen slipped and I hit the base of the screen for BMO's mouth. So it kind of intersects. And then I realized his face should be way smaller than the rest of the screen. So there's that, but whatever, I digress. And then here with the M, I think it's because I was doing it sideways. I don't know. Listen, we all have things that we mess up on when we're drawing and inking. Don't let it hang you up. If you really want to fix it, you can use whiteout, or if you want to, you can start over. You can trace the pencil drawing that you already have and then re-ink it, or whatever you need to do. But I think for me, I'm going to leave it as that. It kind of gives BMO a little bit of character. So what we need to do next is wait for the inks to dry. We're going to let this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, let the ink set into the page. That way when we go back to erase, we won't smudge, smear, tear the page. So I'll see you back here in a few minutes. All right, and it's been 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and use our needed eraser and go through and erase all of our pencils. If you drew light enough, everything should come off the page. I have a feeling because I used that 6B pencil, a lot of pencil got left behind. So what I'm going to do is now come in with my plastic eraser. And there we have it. There is BMO, the cutest little sidekick, Game Boy type robot thingy that there ever was. I love BMO. BMO is super cute. I think this is a great drawing. I'm so glad that I chose this one. For some reason, I am on an Adventure Time kick, so here we go, another one for the books. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And then once you do, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload the next Tutorial Tuesday. If for some reason you did not enjoy today's lesson, please let me know down in the comments why that is. I would love to help you better learn the drawings that you want to know how to draw. And on that note, if there's a character that you want to know how to draw but have yet to see in the playlist, please let me know who that character is and I will add them to the list. If you've been following along with Tutorial Tuesday for the last 8 or 9 months, I would love to see all of the progress that you're making. Please tag me in any and all social media posts, and you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram and see everything that I am posting day to day, as well as the other tips and tricks that I'm frequently uploading as well. I hope you had so much fun during this lesson today. I certainly did. Remember to never give up, keep drawing, and I will see you right back here next Tuesday for another awesome tutorial. Bye guys.
Dancing is cool. Check it out, yo. Ah, this one is called The Worm. Ooh.